Under-counter lighting is a convenient and practical way to improve visibility in kitchens, especially in areas where there is limited natural light, making it a potentially successful product. However, there are several pitfalls to consider. Firstly, installation can be challenging, particularly in already finished kitchens. This often involves cutting into cabinets and running wires, which may require professional assistance. Secondly, under-counter lights can generate heat. This heat could potentially damage the cabinets or nearby appliances if not properly managed with appropriate lighting choices and ventilation. Thirdly, glare can be an issue. Improperly positioned lights can create an annoying or distracting glare. Careful planning of the light placement is essential to avoid this. As for the control method, a motion sensing wall switch is recommended for several reasons. Firstly, convenience. Motion sensors allow the user to turn on the light simply by entering the kitchen, eliminating the need to locate a switch in the dark. Secondly, energy efficiency. Motion sensors automatically turn off the lights when no movement is detected, conserving energy. Thirdly, safety. Motion sensors can act as a deterrent to intruders by illuminating the kitchen when they enter, offering an added layer of security. Considering these factors, under-counter lighting can be a valuable addition to a kitchen, but it's crucial to address the potential pitfalls and choose the right control method for optimal performance and user experience. When installing under-cabinet lighting, adhere to the 2017 National Electrical Code, or NEC, to ensure safe and compliant installation. This includes using appropriate wiring methods, proper overcurrent protection, and ensuring the lights are suitable for the intended environment. When installing under-cabinet lighting, several key aspects need to be considered to ensure safety, functionality, and compliance with the electrical codes. Here's a more detailed breakdown. Firstly, circuit and overcurrent protection. The lighting circuit must be properly protected with an appropriate circuit breaker or fuse. The size of the breaker or fuse depends on the total load of the lighting fixtures. Refer to NEC Article 210.20 and 240.4 for guidance on overcurrent protection. For example, a 15 amp breaker is generally suitable for lighting circuits in residential applications, but it's essential to calculate the total current draw to confirm. Secondly, wiring methods. The wiring method used must comply with NEC requirements. Common options include using non-metallic sheath cable type NMB or flexible metal conduit type FMC. NMB cable is suitable for dry locations within walls and ceilings. FMC can be used in exposed locations or where flexibility is needed. Refer to NEC Articles 334 and 348 for specific requirements. Thirdly, grounding. Proper grounding is essential for safety. The lighting fixtures and metal enclosures must be grounded to prevent electrical shock hazards. Use a grounding conductor that is sized according to NEC Table 250.122. Connect the grounding conductor to a suitable grounding point in the electrical panel. Fourthly, location and environment. Consider the environment where the lights are being installed. If the area is damp or wet, such as near a sink, use lighting fixtures that are rated for wet locations. Ground fault circuit interrupter (GFCI) protection may be required in these areas. Refer to NEC Article 410.10 for requirements on luminaires in specific locations. Fifthly, clearances. Ensure that the lighting fixtures are installed with adequate clearances from combustible materials. Follow the manufacturer's instructions and NEC guidelines to prevent fire hazards. NEC Section 110.3 B requires that equipment be installed according to the listing and labeling instructions. Sixthly, control methods. When using motion sensors or other control devices, ensure that they are compatible with the lighting fixtures and comply with NEC requirements. Install the control devices in accessible locations and wire them according to the manufacturer's instructions. Seventhly, voltage and wiring. Ensure the voltage of the lighting fixtures matches the supply voltage. Most residential lighting operates at 120 volts. Use appropriately sized wires for the circuit to prevent overheating and voltage drop. Refer to NEC Table 310.15. D16 for allowable ampacities of insulated conductors. Eighthly, box fill. When making wire connections in junction boxes, ensure that the box is not overfilled. NEC Article 314.16 provides rules for calculating box fill based on the number and size of conductors, devices, and fittings in the box. Ninthly, luminaire support. Ensure the lighting fixtures are securely supported. Use appropriate mounting hardware and follow the manufacturer's instructions. For heavier fixtures, additional support may be needed. Tenthly, labeling and identification. Clearly label all circuits and devices in the electrical panel. This helps with troubleshooting and maintenance. NEC Article 408.4 requires that each circuit breaker be legibly and durably marked to indicate its purpose. By carefully considering these aspects and adhering to the NEC, you can ensure a safe and code-compliant under-cabinet lighting installation. It is always recommended to consult with a qualified electrician if you are not familiar with electrical work. When choosing under-cabinet lights, consider LED fixtures for energy efficiency and long lifespan. LED lights produce less heat compared to traditional incandescent or halogen lights, reducing the risk of damaging cabinets or appliances. They also offer a variety of color temperatures and brightness levels to suit different preferences. When installing the lights, use appropriate mounting hardware to ensure they are securely attached to the underside of the cabinets. Consider using wire management solutions such as cable clips or raceways to keep the wiring neat and organized. This not only improves the appearance of the installation but also helps prevent damage to the wires. When connecting the lights to the electrical circuit, use properly sized wire connectors and ensure that all connections are tight and secure. Loose connections can cause overheating and pose a fire hazard. Test the lights after installation to ensure they are working properly. Check for any flickering or dimming, which could indicate a problem with the wiring or the fixtures. If you are unsure about any aspect of the installation, consult with a qualified electrician to ensure the work is done safely and correctly. To minimize glare, position the lights so that they are not directly visible from the normal viewing angle. Use diffusers or reflectors to spread the light evenly and reduce harsh shadows. Consider using dimmable lights to adjust the brightness to suit different tasks and ambient lighting conditions. When using motion sensors, adjust the sensitivity and time delay settings to prevent false triggers and ensure the lights turn off promptly when no movement is detected. Regularly inspect the lights and wiring for any signs of damage or wear. Replace any damaged components promptly to prevent electrical hazards. Keep the lights clean and free of dust and debris to maintain optimal performance. Use a soft cloth to wipe the fixtures regularly. Avoid using harsh chemicals or abrasive cleaners which could damage the finish. If you are planning to sell under-counter lighting, market the product highlighting its benefits such as improved visibility, energy efficiency, and safety. Provide clear and easy-to-understand installation instructions to make it easier for customers to install the lights themselves. Offer a variety of lighting options, including different sizes, styles, and color temperatures to cater to a wide range of customer preferences. Provide excellent customer support to answer any questions and address any issues that customers may have. This will help build trust and encourage repeat business. Consider offering a warranty on the lights to give customers peace of mind and demonstrate your confidence in the product. By following these guidelines, you can ensure a safe, effective, and enjoyable under-cabinet lighting experience. Also, remember to consider the placement of the motion sensor to avoid nuisance triggering from pets or other unintentional movements. Fine-tune the sensor's range and sensitivity during installation to optimize its performance. Choosing the right type of under-cabinet lighting involves assessing your specific needs and preferences. For instance, LED strip lights are flexible and easy to install, making them suitable for various cabinet configurations. Puck lights are compact and can be used to highlight specific areas or objects. Linear lights provide a more uniform distribution of light across the countertop. Color temperature is another important factor to consider. Warm white light, around 2700 to 3000 Kelvin, creates a cozy and inviting atmosphere, while cool white light, around 4000 to 5000 Kelvin, provides brighter and more focused illumination. Choose the color temperature that best suits your kitchen style and your personal preferences. Brightness is typically measured in lumens. The appropriate brightness level depends on the size of your kitchen and the amount of ambient light. As a general guideline, aim for around 300 to 400 lumens per foot of countertop. Dimmable lights allow you to adjust the brightness to suit different tasks and moods. Installation methods vary depending on the type of lighting and the configuration of your cabinets. Some lights come with adhesive backing for easy installation, while others require screws or mounting brackets. Follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully to ensure a secure and stable installation. If you are not comfortable with electrical work, consider hiring a qualified electrician to install the lights for you. Before starting the installation, turn off the power to the circuit at the breaker box to prevent electrical shock. Use a voltage tester to confirm that the circuit is energized before touching any wires. Carefully strip the insulation from the wires and use properly sized wire connectors to make secure connections. Avoid overcrowding the junction boxes and ensure that all connections are properly insulated. Once the installation is complete, turn the power back on and test the lights to ensure they are working properly. Check for any flickering or dimming, which could indicate a problem with the wiring or the fixtures. If you encounter any problems, turn off the power and double-check your connections. If the problem persists, consult with a qualified electrician. Regularly inspect the lights and wiring for any signs of damage or wear. Replace any damaged components promptly to prevent electrical hazards. Keep the lights clean and free of dust and debris to maintain optimal performance. Use a soft cloth to wipe the fixtures regularly. Avoid using harsh chemicals or abrasive cleaners, which could damage the finish. By following these guidelines, you can ensure a safe, effective, and enjoyable under-cabinet lighting experience. Always consult with a qualified electrician if you have any doubts or concerns about the installation. Considering the marketability of under-counter lighting, highlight the practical benefits such as improved task lighting for food preparation, enhanced visibility in dimly lit areas, and the aesthetic appeal of accent lighting. Focus on the energy-saving aspects of LED lighting and the convenience of motion-activated controls. Provide clear and informative product descriptions that highlight the features and benefits of each lighting option. Offer competitive pricing and attractive promotions to attract customers. Make the product easily accessible through online channels and retail stores. Provide excellent customer service and support to build trust and loyalty. Gather customer feedback and use it to improve the product and the overall customer experience. Continuously innovate and develop new lighting solutions to meet the evolving needs of the market. By focusing on these aspects, you can increase the marketability of under-counter lighting and achieve success in the lighting industry. When considering the potential drawbacks of heat generation, ensure that the lighting fixtures are properly ventilated to dissipate heat. Avoid using high-wattage lights that produce excessive heat. Choose LED lights, which generate less heat compared to traditional incandescent or halogen lights. Consider using heat shields or insulation to protect cabinets and appliances from heat damage. Regularly inspect the lights and surrounding areas for any signs of overheating. If you notice any discoloration or damage, turn off the lights and consult with a qualified electrician. When addressing the issue of glare, use diffusers or reflectors to soften the light and reduce harsh shadows. Position the lights so that they are not directly visible from the normal viewing angle. Adjust the brightness of the lights to suit different tasks and ambient lighting conditions. Consider using dimmable lights to provide greater flexibility. Experiment with different lighting angles and positions to find the optimal setup that minimizes glare. Motion sensors can be a great way to control under-counter lighting, but they can also have their drawbacks. False triggers can be a common problem, especially if the sensor is located near a heat source or an area with a lot of movement. To minimize false triggers, adjust the sensitivity and range settings of the sensor. Consider using a sensor with a narrow field of view to limit the area that it detects. Locate the sensor away from heat sources and areas with a lot of movement. Test the sensor in different conditions to ensure it is working properly. By following these guidelines, you can minimize the potential drawbacks of motion sensors and enjoy the convenience and energy savings they provide. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so always refer to the latest edition for the most up-to-date requirements. Familiarize yourself with the relevant articles and sections of the NEC to ensure your under-cabinet lighting installation complies with all applicable codes and standards.